film producer and comedian Joe Heffernan. Give a big hand. Obviously, no introduction necessary. Drag queen Camo O'Hara, everybody. Singer, songwriter, and artist Amano, everybody. And we have stand-up comedian Jack Kirby. All right, this is a bit for everybody. Where do you see yourself in 10, 20 years' time? Big question. Bit heavy.
Filthy rich, yeah.
Oh, very good.
I think my hope for the arts is that it would just keep getting more and more support. That would be like the dream for me. Just not even like film, but like across the board. Because I'm actually I'm treasurer of Praxis, the artists union in Ireland, and the arts are chronically underfunded and everybody's really struggling. And then obviously the cost of living, it's impacting everybody. It's also impacting.
Is that your job as treasurer? Is that every day someone comes, you have to say we have fuck all money?
It's more like when people are like, oh, I can't pay my membership, and then I have to cancel my membership.
It's like a loan shark, really.
Yeah.
Very good. What about yourself, Amano?
I don't think in blocks of 10 or 20 years. I think in blocks of 3 years. I think anything beyond that is just a privilege. So alive, preferably.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer, yeah.
And I do see myself in Ireland, which I actually never would have believed even 2 years ago. But I feel like I've started to grow roots here now. So
what do you think has changed about Ireland that makes you feel like you'd stay
actually, funnily enough, funding opportunities.
Well done, Joe.
But no, not that you get them every time, but at least there is a possibility, especially in the traditional arts, Irish language arts. Obviously, I'm not going to exactly get funding if I move to Germany for that. I think just a growing sense of community for me as an artist that maybe I didn't have for myself last time around would keep me here. So,
brilliant. Yeah, that's amazing to hear. So, Jack, do you have anything you plan to do in 10 years?
Probably like Thursdays at the Coco.
Monday, yeah.
I'll be here, man.
That's a good answer. Good answer. Oh, there's the handwriting again. Would you natively speak every language or be... Okay, never mind.
I do the speak every language one.
I do speak every single language. This one is kind of the same here. How important is social, this is for you, Amano, how important is social media to your art activism and what's your relationship with it?
Oh my God, who knows me too well in this room? Social media is a blessing and a curse. It has connected me with so many amazing people, but I definitely have screen addiction problem at this point in my life, I think, even though there's so many times I'm like, I want to be doing other things. Why am I here again? And I think it's impossible not to engage in online self-promotion as an artist in their 20s if you want to work. It's impossible not to. But I think social media also gave me so much confidence getting back into the arts. I started sharing small clips of myself learning Shanno songs and talking about Irish language and Irish music, and that really grew my connections and community and confidence to get back into work. So it's a love-hate thing. Ideally, in 10 years, someone else will be managing my social media for me.
Now you're thinking ahead. I like it. This is a question for everybody. Is Cork a queer-friendly space? If not, what can be done to change it?
Queer-friendly?
Mm-hmm.
I think...
No, get them out.
The first time you're not the gayest man on the panel, and this happens the first time.
I think Cork definitely is probably one of, if not the best place to be queer in Ireland. I think Cork and Galway definitely take the gold medals for those. Especially with working from Queens from all over the country, you'll hear them how they don't feel safe walking through a town or county that they're from. Whereas then they come down to Cork and they tell us that they've never felt so safe, that they're just filled with confidence on the street. Now, it doesn't mean it's safe 100% of the time, but of course, compared to Dublin, it is amazing.
There seems to be a topic during the show that every episode we just talk shit about Dublin, and I
They
don't know.
deserve it.
Yeah, I think it's probably fine. There's never going to be a Dublin Undressed. Oh, I like this one. Define a sleigh.
Ooh.
Ah, I'm right here.
It's a good answer. That's a good answer. Does anyone else have a definition?
Like, I don't know, winning. I think sleigh and winning are like really similar
Yeah.
concepts.
Yeah.
So,
I love how sleigh used to be a very brutal term for like murder. Now it's a good.
yeah.
That's very. I like that.
I
It's
think
just like deadly, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's when you make the right amount of pass.
Oh.
You know, that the feeling you get when you do that, that's kind of the definition of the word.
Amano, here's another one for you. How do you, as an artist, combine your activism with your art?
It's not a conscious thing. I think actually activism was much more present in my life than art for many years. In Cork, I lived here for 3 years and it was amazing, and I was really, really involved in anti-racism and migrant and refugee activism while I was in UCC, and I learned so much about just being a better human during that time. And I think artists overall do strive to be decent humans and make change in their communities. And I think if there's no sense of activism in your art, there's possibly something wrong. Like, it doesn't have to be major issue, major social action activism, but there has to be some sort of activism, even if that's just getting over your own personal fears and making the art. You are shining a light on yourself and other people, and that's always important. So yeah, I also think, like, if you're in a job, whether it's arts or not, and you're afraid of sharing your opinions about big issues in the world or small issues in your community, get the fuck out of that job. You know, life's too short. Like, life's too short and there's too much work to do.
I couldn't agree more. That's why I do comedy, because I can say whatever I want. I have a fun one here. This is a prompt that we can finish. It says, local councillor warns of blank on the prowl in Cork estates.
Seagulls.
Seagulls on the prowl. Very good, very good.
The crowd.
Is anything?
Although, is seagulls more of a Dublin problem? I don't know.
The Dublin Seagulls aren't as good as the Cork ones, though. I'd say.
Is this a real headline?
I think so. Like, usually these are real headlines get filled in.
I don't know, bike stands?
Like stands on the prowl in Cork City.
They'll get us, man.
German comedians.
German comedians on the... Oh, Jesus. Now that's a bit too scary right now. Do you have any idea what could be on the prowl?
What's on the... Well, the prowl means like on the rise, yeah? Or no?
A prowl could be... You could be on the hunt, you could be on the rise. You have an intention.
Oh,
You have a vicious intention.
you know what height is on the rise?
Height is on the rise.
It is.
People getting
Yeah,
tall.
people
get
Am I wrong?
I guess if
People are
you're...
getting too tall on these housing estates, guys. You know, do something about it.
We gotta get rid of these tall
I
people.
have a second one here, Duran Duran. That's a reference for the old people.
Wow.
Are we in 1980 all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I wish it was better back.
Does anyone in the audience have a suggestion for something that could be on the prowl in Cork Estates? No. Okay. Shy audiences. But here we go. A beautiful moment as Cork couple get engaged on stage at blank.
Taylor Swift concert.
She wouldn't come here.
She wouldn't put them on
No.
stage. There's too many people getting engaged. There's too many people getting engaged in the crowd, you know. She's just like, oh no, they need to stay there.
This couple get engaged on stage Monday night at Cork Undressed.
Yeah.
Please, if anybody has... Okay.
Someone did get engaged at Coco.
Yeah, well, it's the comedy club. I want them at the talk show, like.
Yeah.
Get engaged.
It was our friend.
Really engaged.
Yeah.
It wasn't a
I don't know
joke.
his name. I've only met him like
Dara.
Dara, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually quite
Do
beautiful.
you not know Dara?
I've only met him like
Jack, stop fucking... Stop making this a personal problem.
It was big news.
Get engaged on stage at Rose of Tralee. That could work. The
I
Dandelion.
feel like that's happened.
Yeah, definitely has happened.
That's my limelight. No one else.
Mm. I would love someone to get engaged on stage at like Electric Picnic at like 4 in the morning.
Oh my god.
I bet that's happened as well.
Oh, 100, and they
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
regretted it after.
Oh.
I was waiting for you to ask. I'm marrying your dad.
Oh yeah.
You can call me father now. There's a lot of headlines, so I'm going to skip one of them. There's a lot of questions for Amano as well. Amano, what does the future look like for Irish language music?
Oh, I think it's popping off. Like, it's just non-stop. There's new music that I'm in love with every week. I've been curating kind of like a hip-hop and alternative playlist on Spotify with all Irish language artists, or at least 50% of the songs Irish language, and I'm adding new people all the time. I think it's the same for the indie scene. Of course, the trad scene is continuing to grow and experimentalize in and of itself. But like I've said this before on an interview, like my hope would be that we don't have to categorize things as Irish language music anymore, and it's just music in Ireland, regardless of the language, whether it's Brazilian Portuguese or German, God forbid, or, or Irish or English or whatever. Like, we're a multilinguistic society. Irish should be a core part of that, and yeah, at the end of the day, it's just music, you know.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I agree.
Urban Gael. Urban Gael.
Urban
Yeah.
Gael. I was about to ask the same question. Thank you. Thank you very much. I love it when the audience does my job for me. It's so easy. This is for everybody. Oh my god. How many slices of bread could you eat in 1 minute?
Oh, too many.
It gets really chewy is the thing. Like once there's
You've thought about this a lot, have you?
Would you ever like break up? Did anybody else do this as a kid where you broke up pieces of bread and you rolled them into little balls?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What's that all about? Where's that come from?
It's nicer that way.
Key developmental
Yeah.
stage.
I don't know where we all got this idea.
It depends. Do you have to eat them individually, or can you stack? Like, can you make a sandwich like of multiple slices in the 1 minute?
I suppose your technique is up to you.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that changes things.
I think 3. Like I wouldn't go more than 3.
I'd say if it's stacked, like 5.
17.
Ooh.
17,
Yeah,
you
easy.
think?
In
In
1
a
minute.
minute.
Easy.
18.
Oh no!
Yeah, 16.
Oh. If you were a waiter and you had to serve Leon Radaka, would you spit on his dinner? Who wrote this? This is incredible.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd serve
I
it.
would.
Yeah.
If I could get away with it, yeah.
Mm.
If I got found out, then
Oh, I'd get away
there's
with
any
it.
chance.
I like to make him like an edible and not tell him. And you see like,
He'd
have him
probably,
go.
he'd probably enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like he's a party boy.
Give him a normal brownie, tell him it's an edible, and then he'll be disappointed.
Oh.
Ah,
That's
devious,
petty, I love it.
devious,
Yeah.
yeah. And then spit on it as well. If you were rock, paper, or scissors, which one would you be and why?
Paper, because I'm dead. Sound response.
Rock.
Rock.
Yeah.
Solid. Solid answer. It's a good joke.
You missed such a good joke earlier, actually.
Oh yeah, I'll fucking criticize my comedy
No, wait,
now.
like you.
I'll have some notes about your music later as well. No worries.
You and Karma were talking about someone dressed up as a lampshade, and you were like, "That's excellent," instead of "That's lit."
Oh my
Oh.
god.
I was
Fair
really
enough.
disappointed. Yeah.
Fair enough. No, you are right. You are right. Has queer Irish art become more mainstream?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think
definitely.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, now we have like, people like CMAT on the rise.
CMAT, yeah.
Woo.
CMAT's a great example.
And like kneecap, they're not queer.
As far as we know. As far as we know.
Hopefully.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I personally felt like there was a huge cultural shift after the marriage referendum that happened. Like, even
Yeah.
when I think about like,
Oh, that's
I
very
never
true.
saw a gay couple holding hands in public until after the fact.
Yeah.
You know? So,
There's
Yeah.
is it your cousin PJ?
Oh,
your
yeah,
cousin,
yeah,
your
yeah.
uncle? What was it?
My uncle PJ,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
does,
doing big things as well.
I'm Grandman, that podcast.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We started doing things at the same time, so I'm not an Apple baby, but like.
You also didn't do nearly as well. So
Yeah, exactly. I'm still here.
Nah, the gay thing only worked out for one of you. No.
He took off like that. They went so
Yeah.
big. Like
Yeah, he's incredible.
They had a book and everything, doing live shows. Like, it's really cool.
Yeah, I see like videos of him like doing live shows, just wearing like absolutely like stunning dresses, and I'm just thinking if I watch like old clips of Irish talkers and stuff, that would have never happened.
Yeah.
It would have never happened. It's very good to see. I think we've come to the end of our questions. There. Is there anyone in the audience who's come up with a question while we talked? Brilliant.